Hello everyone, here's my review for that time I got reincarnated as a slime, the movie Scarlet Bond. I'd like to start this review by saying I've never seen the series, but I was urged to go see this re-release in theaters because I had it on good authority that I could go into this film not knowing much about the series and be mostly fine. And I was told that by Brent from Whip Media Slow, so if you want to shit on somebody for this, go at him. But I know the basic premise of the show, and I feel like I was able to gather everything I could about the characters going through this movie. But setting that aside, I wasn't a huge fan of Scarlet Bond. Visually speaking, it's solid. The animation is good, the style is neat, there's a lot going on in terms of coloring, the characters have unique designs. Musically, it's just as solid. I like the score and the original songs, but writing-wise, this movie really fell flat for me. The film's got some real pacing issues. It takes almost an hour to really get going. Like, its real catalyst doesn't happen until about halfway through. Hero, who, from what I understand, is a new character to this film, was neat, but I felt like he didn't have quite enough build-up to really be impactful. And I think the same goes for Queen Toa. The film tries to give them these big emotional moments at the end, but they don't really work. And it leads to a lot of the second half feeling pretty anticlimactic. And on top of that, there are two deaths towards the end of the film that are just reversed within seconds of happening, and both within like a minute of each other, which completely reduces the stakes to a film that already felt like it had low stakes because the conflict, I don't think, was really material enough. As it didn't feel like enough material damage was being done to the Kingdom of Raja. I feel like the closest comparison point I have for this film is Mugen Train, which is a movie I really like. And I feel like Mugen Train does a much better job at a lot of what this film is trying to do in terms of introducing new characters and feeling fairly self-contained while still being climactic. Because I think when you bring an arc to the big screen for an anime, there's an expectation that it is going to be big and it's going to be exciting because the big screen is reserved for events like Mugen Train or Reze Arc or Infinity Castle. And I don't know how fans feel, maybe fans feel differently than I do, but I feel like Scarlet Bond doesn't really do that. So with that, I'm going to give Scarlet Bond a 5 out of 10. I am still open to watching the series though. I've heard it's very good. And I would like to give it a shot one day, but this chapter of it just wasn't for me. Anyway, let me know what you think of Scarlet Bond in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you all in the next one.